I'm glad you joined us to craft together today. I hope you're having a wonderful summer and reading lots. This video is the third part of a three-part series on the Take and Make crafts, which can be picked up at Dryden Southworth Library, Tompkins County Public Library, and Lansing Community Library. Today, we'll be working on making Tiddly Animals. Inside the envelopes for the Tiddly Animals craft kit, there are 2 sheets of origami paper. The greener tones are for the frogs, and the more earth-colored tones are for the toads. And inside the extra supplies flap, there are 4 googly eyes. If I can get them out. 2 pairs, making 4 googly eyes. And 1 strip of 16 laser dots. Now, we're going to learn how to make origami tiddly animals. Tiddly animals can be made to hop, especially for use in a game. So this is my tiddly animal, and if you press here, they hop. So these little tiddly animals actually reminded me of a book series that I really loved when I was younger. It's called Frog and Toad. You should check it out. To make our tiddly animals, the first thing we're going to do is fold our origami paper in half. And then in half again, the other direction. Now that we're at this stage, we're going to fold it into quarters. It doesn't matter which side you choose, just fold the edge of your paper into one of the center lines. And we'll do that on the other side as well. I'm just going to crease my folds to make sure they stay. And now we flip it over. So you should have the non-seam side up right now. And now we're going to fold this corner down to the corner that's formed by the line we folded halfway down our paper and the edge. If it helps you to visualize this, you can actually fold right on that line, and then when you pull your corner up, all you have to do is align the edges. And that might make it easier. There. So what you have will look like this. And now you want to take this corner and fold it over. The reason we didn't do it all in one shot is because we want to make sure that our folds are as tight as possible, and doing it in multiple steps, especially when we have a loose flap, will help us achieve that. And now we do the same thing on the other side. Pull this corner down to the corner. And then pull this corner right down to that corner. There we go. And now when we open it, we'll have something like this. We'll have a little X with a line down the middle and a line down the middle in the other direction. And now we're going to take this corner and fold it into the center of that X on both sides. And then we're going to unfold it and do the same thing, just following the crease, but making sure that it's creased for both sides of the origami paper. So on the side with the seam, we're going to take these little triangle ears that we just folded, and we're going to open them up. So how we did that was we just grabbed onto the edge here and making sure that we're holding just below this seam at the bottom of the square, I pulled it open and I squished down the middle, like that. Start out as a corner, push it down into the middle. And we'll do that with the other side as well. Now I'm going to fold both of these up. And now we flip it over. Now I'm going to take this corner and I'm going to fold it over just to check my seam on both sides. Alright, and now I'm also going to take this very tippy top point and I'm going to bring it down to the very middle, all of it, and bring it down to that middle point. So that's going to make me an extra crease that's going to help us out. And now I'm going to push on this corner and this corner at the same time. And the goal of that is to get a big bundle of triangles that stick straight up. So I'm just pushing on both sides. And now all we have to do is, let me turn it. You grab onto these two inner corners and you squish it down. And that is going to make the face of your animal. So next, I'm going to fold this all over. And you take this corner and you fold it to that corner. And then you can just open it up again and just sticking your thumb into making it a little rounded cup, like this. You're going to push this outer corner into the very top. Then we're going to flip all this over and do the same thing on the other side. There we go, like this. To the top. And pulling open the corner, we squish it down. There we go. So now I'm going to take the bottom point of this diamond, very bottom point here, and I'm going to fold it up so that the point stays on the center line and reaches about to the middle, like that. And now I'm going to take this point that I just made and I'm going to fold the crease backwards so that it folds under, like that. And now I'm going to take the bottom of my animal and fold it up to meet these corners. So I took the bottom and I folded it up to meet this line right across here. And now here comes the fun part. I'm going to take what seems like this entire side. I'm going to fold it over just a little bit. Now the fun part about this is that you only want to crease your paper from this corner to this corner. So just from here until here. And so you just take your paper and you fold it over as tight around that side of the diamond as you can. And you give it a pinch. So now I have a crease here. And then on the other side, and you give it a pinch. And there we go. And now you can unfold this. So now we're going to keep this bottom part folded up for now. And what we're going to do next is we're going to take this point on the outside and fold it in to the center. So I'm going to fold this in And the line, this outside line, should match directly with the center seam. So there's one side and here's the other. And now we're going to take the head and bend it backwards. So we're actually aiming to create a crease between this point and this point. So I'm going to bend it back so at the top of the ears just touch that middle line. So the top of these ears is on the middle line here. So your crease should look like this. You got a crease right through the middle of the diamond. And next, we're going to take this guy and we're going to open them up just a little bit. We're going to pull these open and flip the direction of these folds. There we go, like this. Okay, so what I did was I started out like this, and I opened it up, and then pulling this up, I just took my finger under this little corner and pulled up, and then it creates a triangle there. I'm going to open it and pull up on the other side, doing the same thing, and I end up like this with two triangles. And now on the back, what we're going to do is just make a little fold here where we fold the back. We're just taking this corner and folding it inwards and making the side of this triangle match the center seam the best that we can. And do the same on the other side. There we go. Now I'm going to take the point of these, this is the foot side, and take the point of the feet and bend them up to this point here. There's a little diamond in there. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and we're folding the point of these feet into the line that's creased across the center of the diamond. And it is not on any fold lines. So it will be a little bit tough to fold. So it's going to look like this. Now that your animal looks like this, we're actually going to unfold these flaps. We've made the crease now. And we're going to fold into just this middle crease. And this is actually the middle point of the entire animal, see? So we're going to fold into that middle crease with the bottom just to that crease. And then we're going to unfold it a little bit. So it looks like this. And now we're going to take this point here and fold it down to the inside corner there. So I'm just going to squish this down. You see it forms kind of these little pockets. And that's exactly what we want. We're going to pinch around those corners until it forms a little almost triangle shape. And then we're going to fold it down. So now this is why we have this crease. We fold our Tiddly animal about up to this line. You can see there's another little set of feet, and then there's a little line here. So you fold the legs up to there and pinch, And then take the tip of this leg, very tip, this is the hind leg, and you're going to fold it directly into the middle of this line, directly into the middle. So it looks like this. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now fold the head just a little bit forward, and you have made one Tiddly animal. So if you want to share this with a friend, it would be a lot of fun, I think, if one did frog and one did toad. And then there's a little score sheet that you can play tiddlywinks with. Just make sure that you hop your frog or toad onto a lily pad. Have fun crafting, everyone! Now we're going to add the finishing touches to our frogs and toads. On both your frog and your toad, you're going to want to put on a pair of googly eyes. To get the backing off, just peel at it, and if that doesn't work, you can try pinching the eye between your finger and your thumb and pushing one while pulling the other, and that will help offset the backing so you can peel it more easily. I'm going to put the eye right here on this little flap that we made, and do the same on the other. There we go. Now these laser dots are going to be warts for your toad to make it more identifiable as a toad. So you can just pick these off and put them wherever you want on your toad. I'm going to put one right on his back. And maybe another one, I don't know, on his hind leg. You can put on however many you want, and however many you think a toad should have. There. I only put on a couple. But there, now he looks more like a toad. If you want, you can also pull out the face a little to make it more round, like this. That'll make him look more lifelike. With your Tiddly Animals, you can play tiddlywinks by hopping your frog and your toad onto the different pictures with their different point values. You can play with a friend just for points or just for fun. Congratulations, you have now made 2 Tiddly Animals, so now you can play tiddlywinks with Frog and Toad and play with a friend. Hazel Rockman once said, "Reading takes us away from home, but more important, it finds homes for us everywhere." So make sure you find a new home this summer. Happy reading!